动不了。阳干。奇怪，
I can't just go wandering around. I have a duty to the hands.
我没有乱晃，我在找草药啊。AJ。 麻烦。碰到头晕了，我现在要藏尸体，遗体的，尸体在哪里？尸体我丢到哪里去了？哪里嘞？尸体嘞？这是老家，我记得我把它丢在某个路上。有猪完了，我忘记尸体在哪里了。为什么没有标注尸体？
Fuck. This damn shoulder.
有没有会骂脏话？我挖两个。完了，我那个尸体在哪里？垃圾。Where is my body？ 已 记得我把它放得蛮远的。
You can't just go off and leave Hans to his fate.
我没有要跑，在找尸体。不行，我找不到尸体。重来。
Aye, true bliss is a full belly.
汤匙里面没东西啊，
There's nothing left here.
那就被我吃完了。
Hans, can you hear me, friend? Christ. In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you, and over Bajana, too. Lord God Almighty, look down on a poor sinner, and hear my heartfelt prayer. Protect Sir Hans, and don't let him die. Just as he didn't let me die. Preserve his life. Because he's a young gentleman. Brave and just and a good Christian. And look down on Bajana too. And let her save Sir Hans. And deliver her from all evil. And grant her grace. Because she herself is merciful and didn't turn us away in our hour of need. Amen.
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 I can't do this without a spade.
铲子啊，忘记拿铲子了。死掉的混蛋！ 这个为什么会死呢？就是他追杀我们，然后我们把他干掉了，洗身体。
Ah, I feel like a new man. I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet, or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile
洋甘
detox.
菊药剂，
Luckily, it ain't too hard to
鼠
brew,
尾草跟
but
洋
we'll
甘
need
菊
some。fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
Easy as pie. I can do that. Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow center.
白色、黄
Both
色
of。them grow in sunny places. There are sandstone cliffs around here. The soil underneath might suit them.
Good lad. You really do know a thing or two. I'd never have guessed. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath
小屋
leading
后
over
面
the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I just had the same thought. So I found a spade and buried him down by the stream.
Oh, thank you, laddie. That's a great relief. When Ignatius the Gravedigger comes by next time, I'll get him to take care of the rest.
后面
Damn, shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
Yeah. 鼠尾草
purple flower, sage. There we go.
多采一点啊。采茶工人，洋甘菊。
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
好，回家。哎，不是。我觉得这款游戏太写实了。
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? Should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
And they must be hiding here somewhere in the rocks. What do you know about it?
Who are you, fellas?
We're from Lord von Burgov, and we're looking for those murderers.
I know Lord von Burgo's people, and I ain't never seen you before.
Lord von Burgov is reinforcing his garrison on account of them renegades that are wandering around here. We're new.
Oh, shouldn't all his people have waffen rocks and shields with his...
两个人呢、
For Christ's sake, woman, stop annoying me with your endless fucking questions. Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
I was treating two fellas from Shelleyhoff, what got badly beaten up in a brawl in the tavern there yesterday.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? Right at the time when we're looking for two battered murderers around here. Out with the truth, you old hag, or we'll torch the whole place under your feet.
I'm telling you the truth. I treated them and they went on their way.
要去干掉他们两个吗？
Shelleyhoff about them.
We'll see about that. Now move! I'll have a look inside.
Better not go in there. There's a fellow from Tachov lying there with dysentery. Unless you'd like to be lying for weeks in a pool of bloody mucus that's coming out of you both ends at once.
Oh, boy! All right then, we'll skip the
我们
search.
趁他们要离开的时候偷袭啊！
Hell to pay. Cosby, you keep watch over there. I'll have a little look around. What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it out.
You're no match for me!
Cut the bullshit and fight!
Bad luck!
Ha! Fuck you!
没血了。
God's wounds. Get rid of them too somehow.
是我不就
I'll kill you. You're a
Sick
dead
growler.
哦，被砍死了。在我那个斧头为什么不能拿出来用？
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? We should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
company yesterday down by the pond. Two of them fled and they must be
武装自己。
hiding here somewhere in the rocks. What do you know about them? We're from
哦，有了。
Burgos, and we're looking for those murderers.
I know, Lord von Burgos.
劈死那两个小混蛋。
Lord von Burgos is reinforcing his garrison on account of them renegades that are wandering around here. We're For Christ's sake, woman, stop annoying me with your endless fucking questions. I'm the... Huh? Hey, what are you doing walking around with a weapon? If you don't want us to teach you a lesson, come here sharpish. This'll be quick, boy.
哎，三下就被干掉。
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? We should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul
Two
play.
of them fled and they must be hiding here somewhere in the rocks. What do you know about them?
Are you fellas?
We're from Lord... Huh? I must be mad.
哇哇哇！两个人都来了！哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇哇！
The hell with it. you doing walking around? Ah!
我靠！
Useless. Fuck this!
来，另外一个人来。Come on, yo man.
You whore son. You're in for an ass kicking, you piece of shit. No.
我还有一把狩猎剑。
God in heaven, you look a sight. It's a wonder you're standing on your feet. My word, they worked you over good.
That's nothing but a scratch or two. You should see the other two fellas.
Don't play the hero. I can't see much, but I know what a battered fella looks like. Show me that. I'll try and get you into better shape. I didn't go to the trouble of healing you, just so you'd up and die on me. Well now, better?
Much better. Thanks a lot. And are you alright? They didn't harm you?
No. But I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Who do you think they were?
I don't know how much you heard. They came here saying they was from Lord von Burgo, and they was looking for 2
他们才是强盗。
some night yesterday. But for sure they wasn't von Burgo's people. They didn't even have his Waffenrocks. But they sure sounded keen to find you fellas.
Maybe they were from that band that followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
弄一下，一起好像也可以开。一起。一线。 后我看一下要怎么开始。为什么不行？算了。
Well, I must bow to your ladyship. Sir Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Kobyla, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trusky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond, and you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
You won't. I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken, but thank you for dealing with them. Except I have 2 fresh corpses in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've...
要去买尸体了。
I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
Thanks. I wouldn't be able to get a wink of sleep with them here. There's a spade by the dung pile. Take it and bury them by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it
专业，这老司机耶，这个。
they'll be out of sight. When Ignatius the gravedigger comes by, I'll discuss it with him. And be careful you don't strain that shoulder.
All right. I'll take care of it. What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you 2 the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways.
Fresh.
It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day.
哦，他叫我
I
制
can tell you
制药
how to go about it.
All right. I'll try. But I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
先搬尸。有2具尸体。跟你的好朋友作伴吧。
Ah, shit! Oh, my shoulder. Oh, these bastards' hard work. You can't be in the ground soon enough. Ah, fuck. Ah.
啊，第3个尸体。
This damn shoulder.
他肩膀受伤了。帮你买好的、挖好的，挖好的。现在试药、炼药水。
Those corpses have been taken care of. They're gone to rest by the stream.
Oh, thanks, Henry. I appreciate it. You did what you could. Me and the gravedigger will do the rest, so I ain't stuck with that corpse forever. First, go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start.
1、2、3、4。
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
No.
What's taking you so long, lad? You've got the pitchers there on the shelf on the left. Just pick the right one. So, what did you pour in there?
Water.
Why water? You were supposed to pour in wine. Empty it out and start again.
Why?
So, what did you pour in there?
Spirits.
Wrong again! Are you doing it on purpose? I said wine. You ought to steer clear of this craft.
一般都不都用烈酒吗？
So, what did you pour in there?
Don't worry, I poured wine in there. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
我弄完。我靠，好复杂哦。
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
我丢进去。丢不进去啊！啊！将基底倒入锅中。
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
我不能倒。
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
诶。
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
粮草2把洋甘菊，1把鼠尾草捣碎。
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
不丢，想丢啊！黑盆。面向锅子。 按下 A。
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
Deal.
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
不要吵，走不进去啊，大姐。What happened?
Interesting.
Have you dropped the chamomile in? What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
Why 什么不能丢？哪里没有选到嘛？
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
Oh, 我卡住了。
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
Hey. 我竟然连又要吵都不会。
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile. Have you dropped the chamomile in?
"我要看一下怎么丢药。
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile. What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile. Have you dropped the chamomile in?
为什么点不到锅子？重来。
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
点不到锅子哎。为什么他们都可以丢？为什么不行？哦，好哟。
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now, take 1 handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
水草嘞？哎，
Have you got it ground?
哎，水草不是在这吗？
Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished.
为什么不能拿鼠尾草？
Have you ground it?
不要吹，不要吹！我现在连拿都拿不到。
Have you got it ground?
为什么拿不到鼠尾草？奇怪嘞！
Have you grounded?
Jesus.
Have you grounded?
拿不到啊！
Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished. Have you got it ground?
见鬼！
Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished.
为什么找不到鼠尾草的标志？ bug 吗？
Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished. Have you grounded?
拿不到啊！
Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished.
天啊！我拿不到我的鼠尾草，拿不出来啊！啊！
Have you grounded?
Jesus。
Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished.
我拿不到啊！不是我不拿，是我不磨。
Have you ground it? Get on with it. Grind the sage so we can get this finished.
Ah. 准备好的材料。对啊，在这里呀。
Have you ground it? Have you got it ground?
你拿不了哎。
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's? I should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Two of them fled and they must be hiding here. Somewhere in the rocks. What do you know about it?
Who are you, fellas?
We're from Lord von Burgov, and we're looking for those murderers.
I know Lord von Burgo's people, and I ain't never seen you before.
Lord von Burgov is reinforcing his garrison on account of them renegades that are wandering around here. We're new.
Oh, shouldn't all his people have weapon rocks and shields with his colours?
For Christ's sake, woman, stop annoying me with your endless fucking questions. I'm the one asking the questions. And when I say we're from Burgov, then we're from fucking Burgov. Tell me, how come there's all these bloody rags here, eh? Spit it out. The blood's not even dry.
I was treating two fellas from Shelley. what got badly beaten up in a brawl in the tavern there yesterday.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? Right at the time when we're looking for two battered Huh. Strange. I must be mad. Hey, what are you doing walking around with a weapon? If you don't want us to teach you a lesson, come here, sharpish, and tell us who you are. Ah! 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 Oh!
Ah, fuck. Ah, this damn shoulder. Oof.
Did they hurt you?
No, but I think they would.
不能加
I
速。
don't know how, but for sure about that. Look, God, sir, you're
Well, Sir Han, we were head and it's good. I'm thankful.
where
You weren't.
promise.
Sure. What about...
He's but what X I gave it's a but you my
All right. Well, I've been at the...
that's and I have
I can...
my
I'll take...
of
好，再试一次。
first go to the recipe book. Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction and remember what you have to do. Then get back to the bench and we'll start. All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right picture from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe. So, what did you pour in there?
Wine, of course. Like it says in the book.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling? It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling! To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flame. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones you picked. Put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron. Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass, so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See? When the sand has flowed out, that's 1 turn. That's how long you have to boil the chamomile. Move the cauldron to the fire and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames. All right. Now take 1 handful of sage.
现在就有了。
Blend it with a mortar and pestle and drop it in the cauldron.
一开始怎么没有？
Have you ground it? Good. Now drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a phial and pour it in. Done. Now let's see what you've brewed.
Here it is.
Well, now, judging by the smell, I'd say you brewed it perfectly. Thanks for your help, Henry.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
I reckon you've done all you could. What you need now is a bit of rest. Go and get a good sleep. That works wonders.
滚了，来滚了，来滚了。洗干净一点。
Takes away the fever. You'll sleep better after. There's not much more I can do now. It's up to you and the Almighty. We did what we could for Hans. The rest is in God's hands. Now go and rest. A bit of sleep will do you good.
还要睡多久？
Still feel a bit shit. I should get back into bed.
A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer.
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine, and I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches, and war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
My fucking soul!
I can keep it as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
这个
Wake up, Henry. It's sunrise.
就是我要角色扮演，扮演一个叫亨利的，他是一个15世纪的一个小伙子，
Hallelujah.
他爸是一
You
个
never wake.
造剑的。
Were you having a nightmare?
我在扮演那个男的，现在这个男的。
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night.
Oh, Hans. He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick on that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Thanks, Pavlena. I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
真正理解你的人只有你自己。这句话说的不错。
So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table. And I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
天赋点数啊，啊。
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the 3rd time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The 3rd time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were...
对啊，而且这才刚开始哦。
I can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna Juva.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
Ah, it's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
天哪！
You two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falcon and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zhelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Hold on a bit.
Then you shouldn't sell.
Before we hit the road, there's something you should know.
So it's no wonder
I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
I know how it sounds, but I saw him. Believe me. I'd never mistake his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Where'd you get it?
I found it in the dagger pile. Must have belonged to the fellow I brawled with that night we got here. Come on, let's get going. your mind will turn to better things along the way.
好了，我要离开这个小小的。我那老太婆真的很好心哎，治疗他们还给他钱。为什么没声音了？对，现在才刚开始，他们的旅程现在才刚开始。可是怎么没有声音？理论上应该会有背景音乐啊。而且，对啊，而且还很多支线任务哎。这应该可以玩个几十个小时吧，就每天玩一点，玩一点。被狗追。
Oh, I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sahanash of Lipa.
哇，里面的人被杀光了吗？没有。
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't!
am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here or
人家是被泼粪吧？
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send 2 vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Get your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
"那个苍蝇声。
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
No, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
想一下，换衣服。
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Oh.
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell
觉得
you.
那个汉斯比较帅。
Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
那杯子好酷哦，木头杯。哦，正妹来了，正妹。
That's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for.
I bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here. Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Doesn't half taste good today. Nicely settled.
Oh.
Cold. Straight from the cellar.
What was that?
Daddy's wounded.
Oh, hi. Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Ha!
You can't expect her to
that's
pour
why
it down the drain.
You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Does she? Hold tight.
Aye. She holds nice inside when I give her a good scratch.
That's how it should be.
You invited the guests already? Of course. They'll be coming from all over the county and further. But you forgot to invite your own friends. If it was up to me, friend, my knees and back have given me jip.
Me too. But I know the best thing for it. Stretching.
What do you mean, stretching?
Stand on tiptoe and stretch as high as you can, like you wanted to touch the sun. Then lean forwards with your arms stretched out and try to touch your toes.
That must hurt, don't it?
A bit, at least at first, but then you get all limber and feel great.
I'll give it a try.
but not right now. My belly would get in the way. Better to have a drink instead, eh?
Good elf, then.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Oh,
I work at the
姐妹
castle.
双胞胎吗？
I'm at any pond.
You were washing laundry, and these bandits attacked you. I was in the water, and I distracted them from you.
That's nice of you, helping some unfortunate girl. But it wasn't me. You're mistaking me for someone else.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
我那葡萄酒喝很多。
In myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house.
我要搬货。
He got a sniff of work. He vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Ratai.
Ratai. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat-house wench.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. and his son's called Older. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samine is his vassal.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother.
Oh.
He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good
路瓦
lad.
提亚。
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work
年轻
around
人都
here,
去打仗，
and that's a big problem.
Where can I find work here?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things, all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Aye, coming right up.
Going down nicely, is it?
Going down a treat.
Cheers.
Cheers.
我可以偷，我还可以
Cheers.
可以偷窃，偷窃被抓到的话，就糗了。
Oh, I feel a bit sick. God be with you.
And with you.
We'll talk about it later.
How are you?
Could be better.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff, son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler of Dvorets.
That's a long name. I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
No. I just have a couple of questions.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
What's going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits? Nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Berghoff is respected throughout the kingdom. But high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts.
Aye, that's true. My sister is marrying young Lord Samine. A big affair. Guests from the whole region will come. Maybe from as far away as Gutenberg. Even von Berghoff will come. That's how important our family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Berghoff. But I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff that way, but you can try.
You must know young Lord Semine, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend. Although he's been acting a bit odd recently.
Odd? Odd how?
He spends more time in the woods than at home, always riding off somewhere, and doesn't want to talk about
会不会就抢到？
be his old self after the wedding.
I'd like to ask about the wedding again.
No, I'm not inviting you. Forget it.
Thanks. I have to be off.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, do you play dice? It occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
I've got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no fun if there's nothing at stake. You know what? If
Oh.
you beat me, we'll work
Oh.
something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
We'll see about that. Let's play.
You really are desperate to get to the wedding, huh?
Well,
Maybe
Hello?
playing for the first time.
I don't
But you
collect
can't beat me.
You're right, but I promised myself I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year. So, have you got any ideas?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't leave it to the last moment this year.
Oh.
These ones here.
没有。
My God! Oh, come on.
I heard they're gonna cut down the old oak tree at the crossroads.
Oh, no. Why?
Oh.
A tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing
No.
by in the summer. The only bit of shade
My
far
God.
and wide.
Bloody hell. You've played before. Admit it.
True. I can't deny it.
Thank God we weren't playing for coin. You'd have cleaned me out.
Well, we were playing for something else. So I hope you're going to keep your word.
Well, it's not that easy, you know. I can't just invite every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Only my old man can do that.
You were lying then?
A bit. But look on the bright side. We had a game. and
耍
you
我。
I didn't win anything either.
You can still get to the wedding as a lackey. If you make an effort.
Innkeeper, have you got anything to it?
It's gonna be a harsh...
How are you?
Could be bad.
Cheers.
Aye.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
So I noticed. And you took your time coming back to me. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Sir Older, the son of a respected nobleman from nearby Semine Fort, is marrying
对啊，
Agnes,
被耍。
daughter of Thrush, the local bailiff.
有钱人，公子哥们就是这样。
But
如果输了就不知道怎么样。还好赢了。
there'll be lots of jobs to do for it. So we could get there as help for the blacksmith, or miller, and maybe someone else.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of work involved in a wedding like that. That's our chance.
Work. Well, if you want. But how will you get me to the wedding?
Well, I thought we could both get jobs there.
I'm sure there are other options.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives.
然后那个训诫他。
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork?
一画一堆。
That's against God and nature.
It's a wonder your tongue isn't aching.
Bear in mind that I'm still your master. Enough of your insolence and start accepting your lot. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
We don't have time for your spoilt brat manners now. Either we get to work, or we'll be stuck here forever.
Manners? I'll put manners on you. It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. Right. I'll get to work.
说不过他。
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
天津之子不死于盗贼是这样子吗？
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
好欠打。
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sack. I'm supposed to move the sacks. Are you guarding them?
Aye. Thank God someone's bothered to come at last. The quicker sacks are moved, the better. You'll have your work cut out on your own. But don't look at me. I ain't gonna help you.
可怜啊！
But don't expect no more from me.
One beer.
To your health, my friend.
搬到哪里呀？这里吧。啊，可怜啊！
I'll have a jug of wine.
偷东西吗？偷东西被俩包，晚上再来偷东西。白天我们先当个好人。苦命啊！我好苦命啊！
You believe it? Someone bumped him off, didn't even rob him.
was involved. You don't see something like that every day.
爱命囝。有这种组织，真的是。我们来看楼上有什么东西，也可以偷懒。楼上要睡觉的地方。
Good day.
Good day.
Good day.
Just to be on the safe side.
Sympathetic towards people who've been ambushed when you've got so many bandits and other rabble here.
We are sympathetic, but you're no nobleman, just an ordinary big mouth.
How can you say that, you numbskull? I keep telling you we lost everything.
Would a sensible nobleman set up camp in such a stupid place? Somewhere by a pond? Out in the open?
What do you know about it?
More than you, judging by the shit you talk.
两个公子哥在那边吵架。
You're just an idiot, a stupid, ignorant village yokel.
Hey, your insults are starting to fucking annoy me.
Oh yeah? Well, you've been annoying me the whole time.
He comes here from God knows where, talks out of his ass, and is then rude to boot?
I'll have you all horsewhipped for this one day, you curs!
You should be careful you don't get a beating first. You know what? I've had enough of your bullocks. Sit down and shut your mouth, or I'll shut it for you.
Just try it, you worm. Just try it.
I might just do that.
看我干嘛？看我干嘛？你看我干嘛？啊？叫我搬，你还好意思看我？不理你，被打活该。
Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
哎命囝啊！对啊。
What did you say?
真的真的要干起来。
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? Or what the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky.
我要干架，要干架。
Place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smartass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Stop insulting our dead companions.
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel who fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
I'll
give you the same advice I gave your little chum. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
两个小屁孩。
Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I can see it. Come on, then.
You scum!
哦，打起来了，打起来了！哇！靠，关我屁事啊！干！
Finish this quickly.
Hey! Get him!
干，你自己在那吵架，关我屁事啊！干！
Show your stuff.
Hey, mommy,
Nice hit.
干，打那么多人，我靠！
Wanker. Ah, Cypress of Alpha. You scum.
干，怎么那么多人呢？我怎么打得赢呢？
shame on you.
Hey, now you fucked up.
I hope he doesn't
Okay.
hurt anyone else.
Nice.
I'll
Right.
beat you
Yeah.
to a bloody pulp, fucker.
Oh.
Don't spare him.
我们可以好好聊一聊吗？不要动。
What do you want?
Ah!
You'll never beat me. Cypress of Alpha. Here.
You won't get me.
These days, no one. I'll rip
Show
your ass
your
open.
stuff.
You haven't a chance, bastard.
Yeah. Don't spare him.
哦，再来一个了。哇！
That won't work on me.
看，被打烂啊！
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds.
哇！他被砍头了。
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak? You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up. Or you'll get a whipping too.
猪队友啦，猪队友。
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? You should have listened to me.
感觉很火大。
Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
And you're a spoilt brat who can't even hear himself.
What the fuck did you say? I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
That's enough! Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backwards for you, I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims, and what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start you acted like you were on some nobleman's outing. All you cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
But let me finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. And that's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed. In a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
哭吧。
See who's proud of who.
我只要照2个屁股。哇塞，他们这样弄到隔天哦，好惨哦！
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
What's up?
Hey! Go!
飞机。
Oh shit.
低能。
Where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
啊，猪队友走了也好。
Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
他虽然是个汉斯，虽然是个小屁孩，可是还算有情有义啦。哦，你的一举一动会带来不同的后果，犯罪会不能滥杀，不能偷，不能私闯，不能伤害他人、攻击家畜或骚扰他人和近处。如果曝光，会通报警卫。 没被逮到正早，也不代表逍遥法外，会依照常理判断谁是嫌犯。哦，声望 ，OK， 哦，可以买赎罪券呢。哦，可以买赎罪券。
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
It's about time. Come here. Do you have a moment?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till...
好肥哦！
The scene you made brought
Okay.
all of Troskowitz.
You don't have to thank me. I could have done without it. And that fracas in front of the tavern as well.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side. Now things can only get better.
Barely. Look at me. They just let me out of the pillory. Nobody wants anything to do with me.
我觉得女的不简单哦。
Well, that there hill is Slatego. And you pull yourself together. Like Tomcat says, nothing's impossible. And bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're
对，少个人家安安。
Work to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
好猜哦。
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping whenever I can. But on the whole,
他那个会抖哦，有抖哦。
or a nomad. But don't say it too loud.
你看他那个动会，他的一举一动会。
They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
You said you were going to a city.
为什么会失去什
You
么？
mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
好，
When I run into
我
Tomcat,
去挑战 challenge 他。
That is by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by
让自己被这种胸口碎大石啊！
He sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out.
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Oh well, it was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going, get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
所以有戏哦，跟他有戏哦，学会了乞丐，我学会了乞丐。哇，这任务好多哦。笨笨，好，我先去找笨笨，先去找我家的狗。这妹子看起来不错哦，这妹子蛮漂亮的。身材也不错，不赖不赖。
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
对啊，这个支线任务也超级多。我先去找我家狗好了，笨笨。然后再去剑术，再去。我家狗怎么那么远呢？我家狗那么远哦！哇塞，我家狗好远哦！等，谁打我？谁？等，狼，靠！我有狼，还不止一只哎！大哥。我会被狼咬死！我被狼咬死！有人发！哦，虽然对不起那只狼。虽然对不起我家的狗，我决定先放弃。好，先去食堂边的吉普赛。好，那个狼太危险了，没有武器打不赢啊。我觉得应该可能要找个马之类的吧，骑个马可能会好一点。 而且我们要走大路，好远哦，好远，真的好远。可以快速移动吗？可是它跟那个剑术位置差不多。不行，我们还是要穿过这个森林，我们要小心一点，不要遇到狼。看我有没有衣服可以穿。乞丐、流浪汉。不是我有，为什么？诶，有狼，有狼在叫。巢穴。好远哦！有马车，有马车，我可以坐马车。我学会了马车与货车。
We both gave it to that beautiful. Christ, be quiet. Right, yeah, right. But still, she was built, eh?
Wasn't she, though?
Giddy up.
不让我上去。My God， 真的好远。我学会了扎营，为什么我走一走就学会了？
We're an honest lot.
God be with you.
Put away that weapon. Stop fooling around. You were
Oh.
starting to scare me.
哦，靠，这么细哦！我拿个刀人跑来跑去也会被碎念。
Look out!
这里吗？这有东西耶！蓝色这个是干嘛？我发现了住宿。好像地图那么大哦。
My God, where are your clothes?
Sorry. I've been having a bit of a rough patch lately.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I feel a lucky roll coming up. Shall we play?
What game would you like to play?
等一下哦。
Cardinals.
And do you have enough money for it?
I reckon I don't.
哦，没钱哦。Already.
I actually don't want to play anything. See ya.
先赚钱。
Greetings to you.
Show me your wares.
我现在没钱。
Never mind then. Farewell.
那蓝色那是什么意思啊？蓝色有任务吗？
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Oh, 好远，我看一下。那不能那个指定路线。
Hey, where's that beer?
How can I help you this fine morning?
What's going on around here, innkeeper?
Vostatek, Lord von Berghoff's huntsman, is a regular here. He might have some work for you. He's got a cottage near Vidlark Pond. So if you know your way round the woods, you could go and offer him your help. But I hope he hasn't started drinking somewhere else. He's my best customer. One more thing. You're not going to believe
it.
These
妖的宝藏。
lads claim they found a water goblin's treasure.
You have a water goblin here?
It would be a wonder if we didn't. With all the ponds around, he's got a hut nearby. If you follow the right bank of the Rock Tower Pond, you'll find it hidden in the reeds.
Where did you say the water goblin's hut was?
我学会了水妖的小屋。
Rock Tower Pond, you'll find
石
it
塔
hidden in the
池
reeds.
塘右岸走。
And what did they find there? Are you sure they didn't make it up?
I thought so too at first. They're foolish lads, so I wouldn't be surprised. But then they ordered wine and paid with silver. Their purse was jingling with groschen.
Would you happen to know where I could find these lads?
They often swim at the other side of the Rock Tower Pond. There's a pier there by the dam. That's their spot.
Any other news?
Recently, a bunch of charcoal burners who have their kilns on the hill.
感觉地图超大哎。
I started talking to them and they told me they almost didn't make it.
Why?
They said a pack of wolves came after them.
Aren't wolves afraid of people?
That's what I thought too.
我刚才被狼咬死。
Did they tell you where it happened?
In a gorge above the Rock Tower Pond. They noticed the wolves watching them from
就
the
是
rocks.
石塔。
If you climb up those rocks, you'll be able to see the whole pond from there.
Did they tell you how large the pack was?
They
要我
mentioned
学会了狼群。
but God knows if that's all of them.
Do you have any more news?
By the way, we've put together.
连击俱乐部，哎，
Would you like to try it?
That sounds good. What's it about?
It actually came about by chance when the miller Crazel and me bet on who has the stronger hired hands. Then other blokes from the village joined in, and it's become somewhat of a tradition. By the way, old Olbram from Zheleoth keeps complaining about the Takovites. If you go and see him, I'm sure he'll tell you more about it. But Well, he takes a bit of getting used to, though.
Oh? What do you mean?
You'll see. I mean, here, and that's pretty much everything.
Thanks, innkeeper. That sounds interesting. Tell me more about these fights of yours.
It's really quite simple. You bet some money and fight against 3 blokes in turn. Our first fighter is Hans, a local
音乐家。
may not look like much, but he knows a few tricks. Then we have Bohunek here. He works with horses, so he has more than enough strength to spare. And then there's Fiala, a good bloke, but Dorothy, his wife, has forbidden him from fighting.
I'd like to try the fights here.
Why not? But it won't be for free. If you don't have enough money, try to go and see Crazel at the mill. He recently bragged he was going to send someone here, but no one has come yet. Maybe you can come to some agreement together.
Oh.
Fine. I'll go and see him, and we'll see.
我要去哪赚钱呐、啊？偷食物。这不会有方向。怎么停下来？仙女寻狗，人家是狗找主人，我是主人找狗。在对岸，狗在那个对岸。
Bloody deep.
会游泳吗？没错吧？没错。狗狗，我来了。
What? Fuck you, whoreson!
是这样，是这样，是这样。
Show what you're made of. Useless.
Dead, and robbed of everything, just like Capon left him. And there's no trace of Mutt.
抢到。
A nice bit of venison, and something took a good bite of it. Could Mutt have been here? Mutt's nowhere around. Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb woman's place. Maybe.
看一下怎么走比较顺。我先去 A 再 C。
I should ask her whether she's seen him.
到了，快到了。我觉得下去会摔死吧。因为我下去会摔死。哇！我卡住，我只能下去了，怎么办？摔死！真的是摔死！啊！不会吧？
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
啊！我白走了。不要舍近求远。
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the Zelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. Also, if it wasn't bad enough that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region, now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this?
这有可以学到的东西啊。
Moron stealing cabbages, and that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you. What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I was just visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh.
What do you mean, more?
I've been.
我要赚钱，然后赌博。 可以偷马哎、会被发现吗？1313535，看一下35。被抓到，我偷马被抓到了。
Go! Quick! Quick! Wait! Wait! Wait!
不能让他跑太快。
Good.
称赞一下嘛。
Go.
有马快多了。
Quick. Quick. Oh. Quick. Go. Quick. Whoa.
Put some clothes on. You can't just go walking about like this.
I heard Oldham lets his whole trick away.
What? That's nonsense, isn't it?
好像是说我不能光衣服哦。
I don't know. He treats that animal like a lord.
Except he has it sleep in the barn.
Maybe it's an enchanted princess. That's why Oldham gives it wine and is so careful with it. He has guards watch over her all night. Well, for a princess, it's got quite a big... You know, that's what the curse is about. The princess's spell.
You drink away and think nothing of
你要怎么走？
to get them. And don't think this one or that one may be different. They are all secretly in league. One covering up the wrong.
够了吗？
Go. Quick.
我快多了，有马快多了。
Quick.
哎，等，走错点，走错了。分岔路走。我会摔倒。
Yes. Hmm? Whoa.
这里不就是那个？这里就是我那个啊，救我的那个地方。
What was that? What? Hey! Hey, lad. What do you want? Come here.
你看他干我。
Fuck you, whoreson!
我刚刚走那么久，骑马一下就到了。动物。
A nice bit of venison, and something took a good bite of it. Could Mutt have been here?
查出笨笨，你看不是这边按一按就好了吗？
Dead and robbed of everything, just like Capon left him. And there's no trace of Mutt.
像草药师。
Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb woman's place. Maybe I should ask her whether she's seen him.
草药师就刚刚那一家。
Whoa! Go! Whoa! Whoa!
Ben.
It's not usual. Hey, knock it off. If a guard sees you armed, there'll be trouble. There, I see you're reasonable after all. Where is that girl dawdling?
Has something happened?
My daughter, Pavlena. Remember her? She was here when I was healing you two.
I remember. What's wrong with her?
She's missing. It's not like her to be wandering around like that. She goes to Troskovitz to sell baskets, but she knows I can't manage on my own, so she never stays away for long. These old eyes of mine can't see nothing much. Pavlena has to take care of me. She's a good girl, that lass of mine. I'm very worried about her. You understand? What if something's happened to her? God forbid. I can't look for her myself, but you could. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I've no one else to turn to.
肯定会帮他。
All right, good wife. I'll try to find Pavlena.
救我的命呢！
Thank you, Henry. If I was you, I'd ask in Troskovitz. That's where she was heading last time I saw her. And if she arrived, someone must have seen her. And you can look in the hut in her place in the loft. She keeps her things there. My old legs ain't up to climbing stairs, but you might find some clues there.
Oh.
Have you seen a stray dog around? I thought he was dead, but he's likely still alive.
I'm sorry. I haven't seen any dogs around.
Oh, Sakra. Do you have any idea where else he might have gone?
If I were a dog, I'd go to where there's food. There are plenty of fishermen around the pond, and they're always throwing out leftovers at the tavern.
Do you think he'd go and steal leftover food?
I don't know much about dogs. He could have run into the woods and started hunting. He wouldn't be the first or the last. There's a whole pack of wolves near Samin these days. Maybe your dog's gone feral and is running around with them.
Thanks. I wanted to ask you something else about Pavlena. Do you think anyone might want to hurt Pavlena?
我这好细哦，这个真的要玩好久好久。Oh
Dread
my
to think what
god！
could happen to a young girl alone on the road. And besides, the folk in Troskovitz ain't too fond of us.
What have the Troskovitz people got against you? Did something happen?
I'd rather not talk about it, Henry. I wouldn't want you to get the wrong impression about us.
You live completely alone in the middle of the woods. Don't you think I've already got a bad enough impression of you?
And where else would we live, you genius, when we're not wanted? Don't go digging up old wrongs, Henry. And don't insult us.
算了，不要多讲好了。
It was good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, my friend.
So, Pavlena, what have you left for me? Like she got up and went straight out. Hey, this is a boy's cap. Does Pavlena wear it? Or did someone leave it here? She's got unfinished work here.
我没有开锁器。Oh my god！ 我没有的东西好多哦。好，决定先去找那个剑术大师。剑术大师怎么找？
Go! Ja! Go! Ja! Whoa!
只要斜路。 马上的去吗？
Come here.
Oh, 没路。没路。 乖！我要找路啊！去吗？ 走不了。哼。马不理我欸，因为这不是我的马吗？怎么过去啊？我要气笑了。My god，没路了，没路了！水妖的宝藏欸，欸
I can't go any further. It's too deep.
来找水妖。
I can't go any further. It's too deep.
哪里？
That's bloody deep. I can't go any further. It's too deep.
Okay. 这里没错啊。没东西啊。
That's bloody deep.
有钱嘞。我可以有14个天赋技能。哎呀，我点天赋。哇塞，那么多东西哦！哦，可以学这些东西耶。很笨，可以找东西。等我叫出笨笨来。哦，这个好，这个好，这个。对方房住即婚或暗杀时，属性会下降。我要当一个当一个神偷。公主食物。伊里神靴。哇塞，这可以学的东西好多。炼金术，好，炼金术我要练满。这个游戏有个缺点，它不是那种即时存档，比较麻烦。好，我们可以回去了。 有路。啊！不会重来吧？我觉得玩这个游戏要花非常多的时间跟精力。
Take care, my friend.
我觉得这个不是。
So, Pavlena, what have you left for me? Like she got up and went straight out. Hey, this is a boy's cap. Does Pavlena wear it? Or did someone leave it here? She's got unfinished work here.
天啊，怎么玩啊？我先自己去找宝藏。记得是在25块。我觉得这个可以做的事情好多哦。我觉得买了一款不得了的游戏。 一直走，可以走去哪里？
Quick, quick.
Whoa, whoa.
强盗，后背，后背。
We're gonna gut you, you whore son.
What the? Someone!
还有盾呢。
Show your stuff.
Go fuck yourself!
Show what you're made of.
啊！好哈扣哦！哦，重来哦！
Any news, Henry?
想死。
So, Pavlena, what have you left for me?
Hey, this is a boy's cup. Does Pavlena wear it?
Or did someone leave it here?
She's got
哦，崩溃。
Quick! Ka! Go! Quick! Go!
Whoa, whoa.
Ka! Quick! Ka! Go!
Whoa, whoa.
Quick!
Whoa, whoa.
下来。
Put that away!
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
刚那个强盗嘞
Letter. A very important letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my master by tonight.
What was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, it was a secret, and for another,
I can't read, but it was my master's beloved who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a lewd verse.
I don't really care what was in it. The point is, I don't have it.
Do you know where you might have lost it?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Oh yeah.
It must have slipped out somewhere along the way.
Would you like me to help you look for it?
There's no point now. I've been on the road for 2 days as it is. We'll never make it by tonight.
I have to be going. I hope you find the letter.
Me too. Because if I don't, I'm in for a lashing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wait! I have an idea. Punch me in the face.
What?
Slap me in the gob. I'll say I was ambushed on the way and they took the letter.
Well, if you ask me, you should man up and tell your master the truth.
No way! Might as well crawl into the pillory myself in that case.
And if I give you a thrashing, that's a better solution.
At least I know you won't flay me to a bloody pulp. Will you?
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'd rather take a couple of punches from you than a lashing from my master.
Bye.
I can tell you to stop when I've had enough. But he wouldn't. So you get why it's better for me to be slapped around by you, right?
Very well then. Defend yourself.
可以把他打死。
It's up to you. You ready?
I am.
不会还手吧？他叫我打他的哦，他叫我打他的哦。这种要求我还没有看过。我把你藏好。I'm so bad. 他刚没有喊停啊。可是刚那两个强盗怎么不见了？
Whoa.
我以为那是人呢、不是人。伐木工。
Doesn't it bother you? Walking around here like some kind of animal.
It does. I had no choice. Sorry.
我学会了农夫。 我发现了晒干架。我闯入了私人蓝色警戒。过来不能乱跑。
How are things going here?
The land is good. Apart from those assholes up in the hill, that is.
What do you mean?
我全身都血。
They're getting above themselves.
Do you want me to help with them?
Trust me, I'll make it worth your while. What do you say?
Sure.
Sure. If there's something bothering you, I'd be happy to help.
Listen up then. Those naughty Takavite bastards have this nice maypole in their village. They're so proud of it, you'd think it's a gift from the king himself. Especially Project. Nothing would teach them a lesson better than stealing it and putting it up on display here. Just to spite them.
So all I have to do is take their maypole,
武硕姐
bring it to you.
Aye, exactly. But be careful no one sees you take it. It'll be
不
even
被发现。
know it's missing. Besides, if they catch you, they'll beat the shit out of you. So be careful.
All right, I'll be careful. Thanks.
Excellent. But even if something goes wrong, don't go clobbering anyone over the head, understand? All I want to do is
只是为了
piss him off. You know?
后树惹他生气，他偷了我们的武兽节花柱跟放物。
But remember, no violence, all right?
Of course. I wouldn't hurt a fly. You can count on me.
But go ahead and talk to Project.
知道。
Asshole he is.
看这翻译，这
About
翻
the
译
fuck off maypole.
Ask away.
赞。
I reckon they'll be guarding the maypole, eh?
Aye. They're proper careful and keep a good eye on it. You'll have to be thoughtful and outsmart them somehow. But that shouldn't be too hard. That Ducko lot ain't the brightest. Ask around. See what's going on over there. You'll figure something out.
Well, you don't need me for this, do you? Just send one of your farmhands.
It's not that simple. Maypoles are a big deal in these parts. We had one here too, just like in Sockrit. But those Duckovites stole ours. And our fella didn't manage to steal theirs. They got their asses kicked too. That's how it is every year. They're very proud of the maypole, but they won't be expecting a stranger like you to steal it.
Do you have any idea how I'm actually supposed to steal it?
What we need is to reach. That's the important part. I reckon you'll have to climb up and chop the top off.
That's pretty high up, isn't it?
Ah, you're young and strong. You can handle it. When I was your age, I could climb all the way up the tower at Trotsky.
If you say so.
But I reckon climbing up there will take a bit of time. So be careful none of those taco fools spot you.
Why don't you like the Takovites?
Because they're wankers. Arrogant wankers. But mainly, they stole our pasture, which has belonged to Gilliov
一
since
族
the time
一族以来都是。
How does someone steal a pasture anyway?
Like a prick, that's how. Behind Takov, there's this strip of land leading toward the pond. It's supposed to belong to us. For grazing, there's an old tree there, and everything between the tree and the woods is ours. I was there when it was decided. I was about your age then, and I got a good beating from that tree. So I remember.
被揍一顿都记
Bet
得。
your ass, I remember.
But how did they steal it from you?
Because they don't believe me. The treacherous bastard!
不成熟。
Wherever they can, saying the deal was different. And it was a different tree near the forest.
Can anything be done about it? Can't you make some kind of agreement?
Well, we meet there every year. I tell them how we did, while they just spew their usual lies. So we kick each other's arses, and everything just stays the way it is. A while back, we fought for a right to use at least half of it. But because I grazed my castle there, I had to pay those bastards for using their half as well. But that's not fair. All of it is supposed to be ours by law, for fuck's sake.
Aye, that's a tricky situation.
Tricky my ass. They're greedy liars. Simple as that.
They beat you up under the tree? Why would they do that?
You bet they did. That's just how it's done, obviously. When we agree on something like this, we take a young lad and give him a good pummeling, so that he'll remember in case the others forget. A young boy, because he has a good memory, and God willing,
God.
many years in front of him. It
被
makes
打
sense.
被打然后长记性了。
I remember we used to do the same back where I'm from. Did you take your pasture dispute to Lord von Berghoff?
Of course we did. He asked the Thruskovitz bailiff to resolve it, and he said we should sort it out amongst ourselves. And that if he heard about it ever again, he'll have both me and Project flogged. So that's that.
Why do they look down on you?
Commoners here have all sorts of obligations to the nobility, and have to pay a tax.
Okay.
Of course. That makes sense.
Aye, but Takov has all its obligations in Grossen. They just pay up and that's it. But the nobles won't allow the same for Yayov. Besides Grossen, the others have to give them pigs, chickens, hay and the like, or go unserved. That's why them Takovites look down on us. They think they're better than us.
Right you are. Those Takabites are a bunch of stuck-up idiots.
Exactly. See? Even an outsider can tell.
啊！哦，存档了，存档了，好。好，存档就好了。我们今天先玩到这。啊，好累啊！好累，好累。啊，休息了，休息了。感谢今天陪我一起玩这一款《天国2》的游戏。那先跟大家说声晚安，早课玩家晚安，有风晚安。那就直播先到这边为止哈，休息了。好，大家晚安。